Namaskar, students. Welcome to the concluding day for the Sharda Lipi class. Even though I say concluding, but this is not the end. We will still continue. We will also give the paths, the direction to students, how they will be connected with us uh, after this class for advanced learning, like example in terms of the manuscript reading and other. So I think there are today we will start with the corrections, and we have some important assignments, announcements to make, which Veronica ji will do it. But before doing, as practice, we will do the Panchastavi shloka. Devana Tritayam Traye Hutbujam Shakti Trayam Triswara Trailokyam Tripadi Tripushkarmatho Tribrahma Varnastraya Yatkim Che Jagati Tridaniyamitam Vastu Trivargatmakam Tatsarvam Tripureti Nam Bhagavata Anveti Te Tatvata. The three deities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, the three fires, sacrificial, household, and crematory, the three Shaktis, desire, knowledge, and action, the three souls, tenor, low, and medium, the three worlds, this world, the nether, and the upper world, the three syllabled Gayatri, energy of Buddhi, junction of three rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati, the three Brahman, man, energy, and Shiva, and the three castes, the Brahma, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. In fact, all of these and others that are modeled in three ways, which are threefold in nature. Truly follow the principle, thy blessed appellation, O goddess Tripura. So this is in fact this is I can this is called Trika, the threefold philosophy where we say Nara Shakti and Shiva together. So everything is threefold as per the Trika philosophy, which is also called Kashmir Shaivism. So I will now jump to the assignments, and we have the students who have submitted the assignments, and I have some issues in my JPEG, but so I will be opening these files directly from the share folders. So this assignment is from Amyaji. So Namaste Sharde Devi. So here I think it's very nice. Swaham prapte ye nityam. Yes, this Ruth. So all the rules are followed. Very nice. Yada yada hi dharmasya. So this is very nicely, very beautiful done. And no mistakes in this assignments. This is Ambekar here. Okay, let's look at this. Namaste Sharde Devi, very nice. Yeah, so I think the is missing here. So Tuamaham, it was the. So I think that's one correction here. So at this point, Yada yada hi dharmasya. I think yeah, most of the things are good. Prapti ya devi. Yeah, I think this is another mistake. Follows a rule. I think we have already shown those that to students. So it is like this. So the rule is missing here. I think this is one mistake. Yeah, otherwise this is no problem. Other words are very beautifully written. Yeah, here this is okay. I think yeah, this is where is also highlighted here. So please take care of this. Okay, yeah, you was missing here. You have to add that also. Okay, this is from Harini. So Devi. Okay, Devi. Okay, that was a missing here. Okay. Yada yada hi dharmasya. So sir, okay, one correction which I found here. Sir is not like this because then it gets confusion with right? So sir has this point has to be straight. So if you see there is an it is like bended little down. So that is not correct. Please don't do that. Even if you don't put Shirolekha on sir, that is acceptable. But for indication, we just put a very small indication at the beginning. Otherwise this is fine. And this looks like Sri. So sir, I think please Harini ji, correct your sir very properly. Sir is, it is not like this. It is just a straight here. It has to be like this. Otherwise this is fine. No problem in that. So we looked at this assignment. Yes, I think it's getting some little slow. Oh, some files are a little bigger. Okay, so I think yeah, here I think the same mistake here, r and th. So that rule is not correct. It has to be, as we know, whenever th is written down, it follows this particular pattern. We learn it from the rule book. Also, whatever reference material you got, the document for all the rules, I would request in your comments if you can mention how that was, if you feel that was sufficient or was there something missing. But we try to cover everything in that. So otherwise this is okay. This is okay. Okay, let's look at this. So Namaste Sharde Devi. Kashmir Purvasni Twaham Prapt. Very nice. So this is the rule which is followed. Yes, here is also correct. No problem. Okay, yeah, here it is. Most of the students had their mistake, but this is written correctly. No problem in that. Yes. So I think this is very nice assignment. No problem in this. Okay, this is also one Maheshwari ji. So very nice assignment, very beautifully written. In fact, so no problem. Everything is perfectly all right written. And yes, this is also one another point on the her. The matra has to be on the junction only. So yes, very nice. This is also the rule is correctly forward. Na is right. That is how na is written. So all the rules are correctly, see gl out, that is also correct. Here also the rule is correctly followed. So very nice, but do not worry. I think this sometimes the rules remembering takes little time, but this is learned once you practice it comes of its own. This is Kumudaji. So this is, I don't also see any mistake here. Yes, little neat here, which is not coming clear, but very nice, no problem. This is also correct. Okay, yeah. Dhanam. Yes. Okay. This is also correct. No problem. Yeah. So this is the and the. So little mistakes here. Otherwise, no problem. Okay. You have to put that shiro like little bit. Bring it down. Otherwise, this is okay. Only thing is that little change is needed. There is no problem here. Okay. Prarthaye Nityam. Yeah, I think this was okay. There is only, yeah, what is highlighted here is do not put so much belly on this per. It's very slight belly on per. That is the only what is highlighted here. So do not get confused here. So if you see here, otherwise it will show like if you make like this, we can confuse it with year. So that is the problem here. Otherwise, no problem. Let's go first here. Okay, so this is, I think this also looks very nice, very beautiful, very nicely written. No mistakes in this. Lakshmi Sharma ji, very beautifully written. Just try to only be little straight. The pen goes little bit upward, but that's okay. So there is no problem in that. Very beautiful. Yeah, it's very beautiful Meera. So she has really decorated it very nicely. So nicely written. So very beautiful. Yada yada hi dharmasya. Yeah, I think yes. So I think we encourage these things because this way you get also the interest in learning this lipi more when you see the beauty of this, and also when you start working in a calligraphic way, it gives you more interest in your assignments. Okay, this I think yeah, this was also correct. We checked it. Only thing is that yes, here it was little bit. This is so otherwise everything is okay. I think yes, we will. Most everybody is writing very nicely. So let's give it to Veronica ji to take over.
Yes, thank you, Rakesh ji.
I can make you the presenter. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so welcome once again. Today, as Rakesh ji said, that this is the concluding session. Concluding as in the course, the beginning, the course is over, but the journey still continues. You will be part of the advanced learning of manuscripts and other projects with Core Sharda team that Rakesh ji will also conclude towards the end of the session. And today, before I take up, we will do some manuscript reading practice today. And we will do the numbers, how to write numbers in Sharda. So before we begin today's class, so let me just make one announcement. So we are very happy and proud to announce the launch of our very first two books. One is Sri Sharda Sahasranam, written by Dr. C.L. Raina ji, and other one is from the Core Sharda team, Sharda Akshar Gyan. It is a primer for Sharda, volume 1, which includes all the vowels, consonants, matras, and the simple 2-letter and 3-letter word practice and examples. So this is the very first book that Core Sharda team is going to launch on Sharda Lipi. So these will be launched tomorrow. So we want all of your support during this auspicious and very historic moment. This is going to be on Core Sharda team Facebook page live between 5 to 6 p.m. So be there and be a part of this moment with us. We would be very happy to have you all there. And these books, both of the books are available on. They are going to be available on Amazon. And also, if you want to put some personal requests, also you can reach out to any one of us. But otherwise, it's on Amazon also. So yes, so this is one announcement. So So be
Yes,
there,
Veronica,
please. Yes.
just one point. On Amazon, there are some means it is little bit difficult right now, but yes, in case people want this book, please send us right now rather than booking right now from Amazon till we get that logistics corrected. You can email to us. You can email to Usha ji and email us with your addresses, and we will be able to post that book to you. So the Sharda Sahasranam, that price is 300 rupees. That is the price for that. And the Sharda primer, which is there, that will be 75 rupees for the primer.
Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you, Rakesh. So, yes, so please be there for the launch, the event between 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow. So, yeah, that's it. And this was the very important announcement that we wanted to make. Let's begin with the session. Let us do the numbers first, then we will take up the manuscripts. We will do one page of manuscript. We'll try reading it. So the numbers. Okay. Let's begin with 0. 0 in Sharda is written like this. Just a dot, a point. I will do it with the pencil normal brush also, so that you know. It's just a dot. That is 0 in Sharda. Then 1. 1 is written as how we write 0 usually. That is, this is 1. This represents 1 in Sharda. 2 looks very much like 3, but the only thing is this curve up, this upper curve, it's closed. It's closed here. It's not open-ended. So this is how we write 2 in Sharda. Then 3. So 3 has a hook in the beginning, this hook, and then it is written as number 3. The only difference here is this hook at the top of it, and then number 3 is, this is how it is written. Then 4. This is 4. This triangle here is very sharp, and there is this horizontal stroke here and here. This is how 4 is written in Sharda. Then 5. 5 is very simple how we write in Devanagari also. Not much of a difference here. I think in Devanagari we usually make a curve here at the bottom, but in Sharda we just keep it just like this, like number 4, like in Roman. This is how 5 is written. And 6. This curve is too much. This is 6. It's basically the mirror image of this 6 if you see, but this line is little slant here, and this is basically the mirror image of this 6. Then 7. 7 is also very simple. It looks like 7, just without this angle here. Round smooth curve. This is 7. 8. 8, it might look like little like U and T in Sharda, but now here the difference is when you write T, you started from this center. 8, you started from the center and you make a curve. Now the difference between this and T It's very clear distinction between the two. Ta, when we write, ta is written two smooth curves without any angle and a shirorekha like this. And when we write u or u in Sharda, this begins from the end of the shirorekha, and this is taken way up. So note the difference here. There is might get confused. So this is the difference here. Ta is like these two soft curves with a shirorekha, and u is it's starting. This line is starting at the end of the shirorekha here, and then this is going way up, and here this line is here, and the other stroke is starting from the center of this line, and it's not taken up here like this. We keep it very short. So this is how 8 is written. Then 9. This is 9. So I hope it is clear. You can just go through it. We'll also send you the picture of this the numbers in Sharda. You can go through this. This is how numbers are written. Any questions still here, or do you want me to repeat anything? Yes, Rakeshji, is there anything, question or any?
No, there are no questions. There are no questions.
So, okay,
there
so
are,
I have, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have shown it here all. So if you want me to repeat, we can repeat it. Otherwise, you'll get you'll get the picture of this numbers. You'll get a chart how to write them, so you can practice them on your own also.
Veronica
Yes.
ji, I would say that you can just repeat it once.
Sure, I will do that. That will be better, I think. Yes. So now I will just write the Sharda part. So this is 1. Sorry, this is 0. Just a dot is 0, and 1 is represented like a 0. Then we have 2. 2, I told you it looks like 3. The only difference here is that this part is closed. The upper curve is closed. It's not open. This is 2. Then 3, the only difference in 3 is that there is a curve on the top of 3. This extra curve, extra hook is 3. Then 4, we have a straight line. And then this corner, sharp corner. This looks like half ma in Devanagari. If you see it closely, looks like half ma. But this corner, this triangle has to be very sharp. 4. 5 is very simple. This is 5. 6, the mirror image of Roman 6. Only the difference is this slant is a little horizontal slant here. 7, again very simple. It looks like 7 without the corners. 8, this you will start from the center of the line above, and this is 8. Then 9, this is 9. Yes. So anything till here, Rakeshji?
No questions. No.
Okay. So I think then we can move to the manuscripts. What do you say? Should we?
Yeah, I think that is better. Yes, we can show one manuscript and how it looks. Definitely, but this is just in our basic learning of this. We because it is a lot of things students have to practice of their own. But yes, for today we will just show you how these are. But yes, as I told, sometimes manuscript reading is a challenge. It is also a learning. It's a big journey, especially for those students like us who are not well versed with Sanskrit. Sometimes it becomes difficult because more than 90% of these manuscripts, whatever we have seen, are in for are Sanskrit. So these are all for Sanskrit language. So that's why it's very important that Sanskrit, we should know it. And for Sanskrit scholars, they will find it very easy and fast also too. Maybe Veronica ji will show this page, because this is a very beautiful manuscript here. Yes.
Yes, so this page, the why I chose this page is it's very clearly written. The handwriting of the person who has written this manuscript is, it's very neat and clean. So for the beginners to understand how the manuscripts are written, so it will be much easier to follow. And this is in the praise of Shiv. And this is very easy to decipher. I think the first one, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. This is very easy, I think. Then there is Om the. This one is here, the. I will just zoom it a little bit so that it's clear. Yeah. So this is the, as you can see, this curve here, and then it's not touching the Shirorekha, so it is the. Then Va, a bindu on top, Devam, Om Devam. So when you are transliterating or trying to read the manuscripts, for Sanskrit scholars, I think it will be much easier because they know what the word is going to form, what the meaning of the word is. For other not who don't know much of Sanskrit and don't have much knowledge about Sanskrit, what you all can do is just do one syllable at a time, one letter at a time. This is how we also started doing. Otherwise, it becomes little overwhelming for the beginners to read the manuscript. They don't know where to start the word from, where to end the word. So what we suggest is always do syllable wise to begin with. For example, when I am writing it on my notepad, I will just write Om first. I will not write Nama. I will just do Na, Ma. I will not try to join and form a word. Just keep them separate. So for the beginning, and then slowly you can by reading some manuscripts, you also get a lot of knowledge about Sanskrit also. You know how to form the words also. That is how we are learning for last 4-5 years. So now we know that this word is going to be Devya. So this is how it happens. But I think most of you know Sanskrit, so it won't be much of a difficulty for you all. So yes, let's do it one word by letter by letter. This is De. This is Va, Ma. So this you can make out a difference. This is Sa. Now see the difference in Sa here and Ma here. Ma, this Sa has a very sharp, you can see this point here, this point here. This is Sa. And Ma is not very sharp here. Even though it looks sharper, but you see the upper edge it's very blunt. And here it's too very distinct. So this is Su, Sa, U, the matra below, Sa, U. This we all know, Dha, A. So Om Devam Sudha, Dha, A. This is Ka, this is La. These are very easy to depict. This is Sha. Now here no confusion because there's a Shirorekha on the top, so it is Sha. This is Sa again. See the triangle, very sharp. The 2 points of the triangle, the 2 corners of the triangles are very visible. So this is Ma, Ka, Ra, A, and a bindu on top. Then this is Tri, Ta, and you can see the Ra at the bottom. Tri, Na, A. This is again Tra, Ta, and a Ra below attaching. Tri, Ne, Tre. A on the top. Pa. This is very easy. Pa. The. See now you see the here. Now here, because they are attaching more at the bottom, so this comes here, this gets attached here, so this curve is not very visible in the, it gets attached. A is here, and then sanam, sa, na, and bindu on top, sanam. Then this I think is very easy to understand. Cha, why? Because there is a shirorekha. It cannot be ma, it cannot be sa, because there is a shirorekha here. And also, if it was sure, this shirorekha would have been extended. This line would have been extended here. So it just stops here. So this is cha. So this is how you keep forming the words. Can it be sure? Can it be similar looking letters, especially? Can it be sa? Can it be sure? Okay, sure is ruled out because the line is not extended. Sa is ruled out because of the shirorekha. Mo again because of the shirorekha. So the only similar looking letter is now cha. So this can be cha because there is this ends, both end at the same point, same level. This is cha. Va, ra, the, this is the again. Va. Now here initially this might be little difficult. We still sometimes get confused. So this can be a confusion, but I think for Sanskrit knowing students, they know the word is going to be dabhya. So this is bha. So now what we usually write bha when we write, we have always shown that this end stroke of bha, I will use a pen and show. So when the color. So when we write bha, usually this is how we show it here. It's very close to this central axis, this point here, very close to it. We don't generally join it, but in manuscripts you will usually find that this bha here, you see here, you will usually find it round. So what happens is, I think this is how bha is written. So usually this round shape you will see in bha manuscripts. This is bha, very, very close to it. It looks like a joint round kind of a thing here. So now this is bha. I will zoom it again. Bha, ya. This again the, bindu. Su, again su. Sharp corner at the end, su, the matra below u. This is again shu, because it has a shirorekha on the top. And we know with sha, we always use this kind of matra. We don't use this triangle matra. So this is su, shu, bra. Again, this is bra. You see, again, it looks like round, although they're not touching it, but I think this is the ink, the kalam, and usually, yes, the ink. So, yeah, right. So this is, it looks like, the round is formed here, and then bra, the matra ra here, bra, and brahm, this is ma. Now ma and sa, you can see the difference again. See these corners of triangle, very distinct, very clearly shown triangle here, and you can see this corner here is little softer. It doesn't have very defined edges, very defined corners. Then this is sure again.
Trinetram Padmasanam Chavarada Bayadam Sushubram. Yes.
Yes, Sushubram. Correct. So this is now sure again, because the line is on the top. So sure. So this is no, kakha no, that no here, no. And shankha, this is kha, and
Shankha.
here shankha, the a, you see the a is formed on the top. This is not a triangle, they have made it a wider open thing here, so it is shankha, kha at the bottom, a goes up, shankha. Again bha, ya, again it looks like a closed round figure. Bhaya, va, this is ja at the ba and ja together, va up ja, va, ra, and again this is bha. Now this bha has matras attached to it, bhu.
Bhu.
Yeah, this is how it is written. Bhu. This is Bhu. This is what is written here in blue. Okay, and then this is Shi, Ta, Ya, Ya, A. This is again Cha, The, A, De. Now see Va here, and the Ya is attached like a symbol. How we know Ya is written below any letter. Ya, A, Devya. Va, A, Va. Me, Ma, A, Me. Then we come to the next line. This is Na. Now here see the A matra was wider. Here you see just a triangle, so it is just Na. And Ka below written Na. Anki, Vamenki, Ta, Ma, Bindu on the top. And then again we have Sha, Sha, Ma, Na, Sha, Ma, Na, Bha again. So here the ink is completely blotted, the paper. So it has become a filled round here because of the ink. So Na, Bha, again Na, Kakha, Gaga, Na, and Ga down below it. This. Then see her. This is what we had told you in class also. Like usually we write her like this. This is how when we write here, and we also mentioned that in manuscripts you might find it somewhere, like this also. So here you see a little difference in how the her is written. Now these triangles are not very these angles are not very defined here, like this and her. So this is, you will find in many manuscripts written like this, her. Okay, here her, ra, bindu on top, na, namami, ma, ma, a, mi. See here this triangle. These triangles are very difficult. Even today we sometimes get confused between mo and sa, but then sometimes what happens is in the same manuscript you can see the writing of the person who has written the manuscript. You will see how other places you can compare this ma with the other ma up. Okay, so how he has written ma here. Okay, so this has to be ma because this is how the ma is, this person writes ma. So sometimes you can check his other letters in the manuscript. Okay, so he writes like this. Okay, so this is definitely going to be ma, this cannot be sir. So this is how you decipher when there is any confusion. But here it's clear that the sir written by this person is completely like very sharp triangles, and ma is little softer on the edges. So this is namami. Now you see the number here. You can see this number. This is 1, 0 looking figure, 1. Then again shu. Then this is the. This is the written on the top. I will just show it with the pen. What this letter is. This letter. This is the. And we know when the is written below, this is how we write it.
Shuddha.
Shuddha. Yes. So here this is shu, the. Now again this is sa. Now this letter, this is fa. Now why it is not bha? Now let me write it here to explain. See, if it was sa bha, it would have come directly like this. This would have been the thing. Now you see here there is a curve going, and then it is forming this. How
upwards.
it is? Yes, correct. See here, this is coming like this, and then this round is forming. If you look very closely, I'll zoom it and I'll show you. So this is, we know how fa is written. This is how fa is written. So this is how you figure out what letter it is. I will zoom it and you can see it is not coming straight down. If it was bha, it will come straight down because it's touching the Shirorekha. It will, just below like this and round. So here it's going towards the right side and then forming this curve here. So this is fur. Now this is T. Now difference between na and ta, you can see this curve goes down, this line comes down, and here it forms a right angle angle thing here, straight. It doesn't come down, it doesn't slant down. Now this is ka. This is again sa, ma, ka, sanka, ka, sham, mo on the top, mo.
Trinetra.
Yes, trinetra, pa, and this is the kakana, cha cha ja na, that no, and below again you can see cha,
Panch.
because they are,
Pa, nya, cha. Panch.
yes, this is panch, yeah. So this is pa, na, cha, panch, va, ka, tra. This is ka. Now you see this ka formed, the half shape it has taken, and the ta is merged with the vertical line here, and then there is a ra below ta. So vaktra, ka, this is ma, and a halant at the end. This is the halant. So that means there's a half ma sound here. Vaktra kama.
Panchvaktram. Panchvaktram.
Panchvaktrakam.
Vaktrakam,
Yes.
right. Panchvaktrakam.
Yes. So yes, even if we don't know Sanskrit, but now by reading these manuscripts of so many years, we have been reading it. So now automatically sometimes we know, okay, the word would be this, even though it is somewhere difficult to decipher. So this is how it comes with practice. Maybe you might find it right now very difficult. Okay, this word is not clear, this is not clear, but it comes with practice. It happens with practice. And then this is ga, then again na and a, Ganga. You can see the na, ga is below, and the a matra is here attached to na, Ganga, dha, ra, Ganga dharam, bindu on the top, the again, dash, this is again bha, and u. Now when you see two curves here, you saw two curves on here, see here. So you know this is bhu. Now here it is just one curve, so it is bhu, very obvious. Jam, bhujam, sa. Now again you see here, this is va, ra, a, sarva. We know when the matra ra is written with va, this is how we written it. Looks like cha in Devanagari. Sarva, bha, again bha, ra, and na. You all know na. Then again this is bhu, two curves here, so it is bhu, shi, tam, with a halant, bhu, shitam. Sarva, bharan, bhu, shitam. And then this is neel, gri, ga, ra, down below it, grivam, shashank, na, this is na, and ka, and again a matra, because this is wide open, it's not a triangle. Shashanka. Then again this is na. Now here you see the difference. You can read this word, Rakesh ji. Shashank.
Shashankam.
Correct.
Shashank Ankam. Ankam.
Shashankankam. Correct. So this is na, ka, and a bindu on top. Then again na, a, ga. So I think these are very clearly written. So nothing difficult here. Na, ga, ya. This is ja now. Sorry, gya. Gya, why? This is ja, and we know how we write gya, a na below it. Gya, Yagyo, O on the top. This is O. Yagyo pavitinam. Pa-va-i, ta-i, na, bindu. Yagyo pavitinam. Shashankang kanang nagai gyo yagyo pavitinam. Then last line, see va. We all know ya is written like this. Vya, ghra. This is gha, no shirorekha. And ra, vyaghra. Cha again. Cha, why? Because this line is not extended, so it can be, it has to be cha. Then there is ra and ma at the end. Char, mo, again mo, o matra. Cha, ra, ma, o. Charmo, tu. Now see, if it was ta, then this extension wouldn't have been there. It would have been just ta and ta. Now this tail is going up, so it has to be tu. Charmu turi, turiyam. Ra, I, ya, ma. Cha again. Chava, re. Chavare, nya. Na and ya at the bottom. Nya. This is ma again. Chare, vare, nyam. Vara, e, na, ya, ma. Varenyam, bhaya. Bha, ya, bhaya. Varenam, nyam, bhaya. So if there are any questions on this?
No, I think it is clear. Only there is I can see only one question. They are asking you to write one word. Is it possible you can write that? I can tell you. Chatatrangya. Maybe we will just do only one word today, and I think yes.
Yes. What is the word?
Ch.
Yeah.
Ch.
Oh, cha.
Th. Not even th with halant. Th. So you can put halant there. Yes. Tra.
Tra.
No. No. That no.
Simple na.
No.
Ra.
No. Yes. Half.
Okay.
Half of that. Yes. And
Okay,
gear.
half.
No. Half of that. And gear.
Gear. Okay.
And yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Cha. Then tha is half, so we will write it full. And tra will come under.
Yes.
It will be written as it is. Then na would be written full. Then here will come directly below.
Yes. Okay. There is no, I think this is good. There is one question. Yes, do we join the Shirorekha for letters in Sharda? So the answer is no. If you see also the manuscript what Veronica ji was showing, there is no, all the letters are not joined with Shirorekha, but they are kept closer to each other.
Yes. So you can see here, for example, now no word is joined here. So because it's a manuscript, it's written in their own way. So you might not find a lot of gaps between the words, but usually when we write it, we usually put gaps so that we know because we're not Sanskrit scholars, we don't know which word to end where. So we usually put gaps between the two words. Otherwise, you see there's a continuity. There are no gaps between the words also. Yes. So anything else, or should we do the conclusion?
I think there are no further. I don't see any further questions. But yes, I can say to students, yes, we will also send the assessment. Along with that, we will also send you an invitation after the assessment if you want to still continue with us for learning, especially for the manuscripts, and also be part of us whatever we are doing. We will send you all those details. I think that will go. Yeah. Yes. So Veronica ji has told you about the launch tomorrow. So we have a Facebook page, Core Sharda team. You can join on that. Yes.
Yeah.
But yes,
and we will.
Yes. Yes, Veronica ji.
No. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
No, I was just telling, like, yes, thanks students for being with us. I think this is almost like 4 months, right? We started around August. Yeah. So
No, I think in July. Yeah, July, August. Correct.
July, August. Yeah.
So yes, we will send you a few more manuscript pages for your practice, and
Yes.
we will, yeah. And for the assessment, we will give you
also
2-3
send the
days.
manuscript for assignments also. I think that will be helpful for students. So
Correct. Right. Yes, and we will let you know. Maybe by Monday or Tuesday, we will send you the assignment. All the announcements would be made by Vyoma. So in next 2 days, we'll send you the question paper, and then we'll give you 2-3 days to complete. We understand that it's a weekend after that, so we'll give you time till the weekend so that you can submit your assignments by next Saturday, and then we will take some time to check all the assignments. And uploading of the assignments, that instructions, Usha ji is there, she will give you the instructions about that. And in 2-3 days we'll check the assignments, and then there will be the other formalities like this certificates and all. So
yeah. So in case you want to connect with us, I have also mentioned our email ID, the shardalipi@gmail.com. And yes, there is also one question whether we have a keyboard. That is still not yet developed, but it will happen soon. I think that's what is our goal also. I think we are also working on a keyboard, very nice keyboard, like we can type with the computers within. I think there is good progress on that. I think we should have some good news on that, so people are working towards that. So
you can keep checking our Twitter handle for that tomorrow. So there is going to be some, how we write Sharda. So there is when you write in Sharda and it gets translated into 10 different regional lipis of India. So it's an app which we still working on that. So you can keep checking our Twitter handle at Core Sharda, and you can get more insights about how the development is coming along. Yes, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, I mentioned the wrong email ID. The correct email ID is, I'm just putting it now. SHAARDA. Okay.
Should I write it here, the email?
I'm putting. Yeah, you can write it there also.
It's SHAARDA, correct, Rakesh?
That's correct. That is correct.
Sharda Lipi @gmail.com. You can write to us here if there is any question, any concern.
And yes, definitely, like Yeah, Ushaji, I think you can go ahead, Ushaji, now. We hand over to you now.
Yes, sure. If anything else is there, you can announce, and then I'll take over. Yeah, I'm ready.
No, we are done. I think you can go ahead, Ushaji.
Fine, fine. 1 second. Presenter. Yeah. So. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
So this is the concluding class of the Sharada team, and I congratulate Rakesh ji, Veronica ji, and Nidhi ji for a wonderful session which has reached here very smoothly. First of all, let me say namaste to all of you in Sanskrit. Sabha madhyapakam natva shibire Sharada lipehe Samagatebhya sarvebhya charpyate abhivadanam. In the beginning it was a swagata shloka, and now this is abhivadana shloka. And yeah, now we have seen what steps we have come till here. So we have seen how to write the script, and we have got our doubts cleared. Then we practiced writing. We submitted the scripts, we got them checked very patiently and very systematically told by each of the member of the team. And then there will be the 6th step now, that is the course and assessment. We have reached to this part of the staircase. That will be conducted on the details I'll be telling shortly, and then the last will be the certificate that you'll be reaching that will reach you after the examination. And the assessment date is 27th October. Please mark it. It is Tuesday, just after the Dashera, Vijay Dashimi. We didn't want to disturb the students during the Dashera, so please celebrate the festival and then get ready for the examination. The submission date will be 31st October. This time we have given a little more time because it is the weekdays. So people might be like they are already engaged in their activities. So they will need some time. So please take time, and 31st October is Saturday. So from Tuesday to Saturday, you will have time, and it will reach you through a mail. A PDF will come to your mail ID. Please check your spam folders or promotion folders. So until now, if anybody are not receiving, please write to us. I will give you the mail ID. And also this is the assessment procedure is like the PDF will have some handwritten questions. So you have to read them and then write all the answers on a page like you have been doing in the same assignment. And the drive folder will be shared in the mail to you. Then you have to upload there. So please be careful. One instruction here which is not written here, please note it. You have to write your name on the page. The pages, one image or 2 images or 3 maximum. There are 4 questions. So you can legibly write on 1 page, or you can take 2 pages or 3 images. So please write your name clearly on each page so that it will be convenient for the people who check. And then you can rename the image with your name as well as a second step, like double checking for double confirmation that your paper does not get missed. All these instructions will be written on the mail. Please don't worry about that. And then it's a wonderful session for taking this ahead through with our team. A heartfelt thanks from Vyoma to the core Sharada team, and they are you know all of them. You have seen them. So Rakesh ji, Veronica ji, and Nidhi ji. Then Sharada Bhagini is the one who is behind uploading lessons. You have been receiving the lessons, the recordings, the whatever presentations and all because of her. She has a very good learning bent as well. She took the responsibility on her shoulders. Like, I have to complete each and every bit of this process. And even what area she didn't know, she took the training in that. And then she went ahead. I was very happy working with her. Thank you so much, Sharada Bhagini. And then, of course, our beloved Soumya Bhagini, you all know her very well. So she has been the guiding force behind since the beginning of this these sessions. So she has been telling me what to do, when and all. I was new to this, and she has been giving time to time support for me. Thanks a lot, Soumya Bhagini. And then after this session, please don't think that it is all over. Now what, how to go ahead? You need not worry about that. You can always access the lessons, and you can tell your Priya Bandhavaha, your relatives, your friends, your whoever, your colleagues, anybody. So whoever wants to learn as a part-time task apart from their main activities in life, so they can come to this home page. Most of you are very much aware about this process, but for those who are not, please log in to Sanskrit from home, and then you can choose the search button. You can just type Sharada Lipi there, or you can reach Sharada Lipi, learn Sharada Lipi weekend batch, this place where you'll reach this. And then in the just you scroll down, that after the whole detail and description ends, there you see this take this course button. So those who have not taken until now, or you want to guide others how to take this, then please click the take this course. By then you should be logged in. First, registration is the first thing. You should be a registered subscriber of the portal, and then take this course, and then please click on the lesson to enter it. See, this is a little confusing part where people get they think that nothing is there, nothing is visible there. They look like just some text. It is not text, they are links actually. So you can just click on them to open it, or right side you see some red play buttons that will open the videos. Okay, so that will take you to the YouTube. We upload the lessons on YouTube, and there also, yeah, I didn't put it here, but you can also access these lessons as soon as they are uploaded in the YouTube. They will be there in the playlist. You can go through the playlist in the same order of the sessions. This was the 15th session, so all the 15 videos you will find in the same playlist. I'm sorry I could not show you. Please, you can find it easily YouTube. And then Vyoma runs on donations. Ours is a NGO. So mostly we are dependent upon the students who study here, and we don't charge our courses. We don't as such like put some particular amount for each course, but we want to give them freely to all those learners who are very eager to reach our Samskrita and Samskriti and gain samskara. So Vyoma will be ahead in always in this field. So please donate if you are happy with this course. If you have learned, if you feel that you have learned something good, then please donate. There are 4 processes for this. First is Sanskrit from home, where you find the donate button in the above as it is marked here. And then vyomalabs.in, that is another website we have. There you see this green colored button. And then next procedure is when you click on the donate button, you will also find in the second link. In this link, the second one, red one, you will find this Google Pay also. This option also is found. So you can just take the photo of it and follow the X procedure. And this another 4, these 3 are for Indians who reside in India, and non-resident Indians, the NRIs, all over the world, not just US, but others as well. So you can donate through the USA Vyoma website, so where the donate button you can find, and you can easily use the Razorpay. Thanks to our technical team who developed this, and previously donating was a little difficult. Now it has become a one-click process, so you can just go ahead with the instructions which you later follow after clicking this button. Then if you have any doubts for Vyoma Samskrita Pathashala, you can write to Sanskrit from home at vyomalabs.in. Please note down the mail ID. This email is for the Sanskrit from home users. And then Core Sharada team. I'm giving Rakeshji's ID also because I feel that he is the, like, if people want to write to him, reach him directly. So please write to him at rakeshkaul99@gmail.com or Sharada, just a moment, sharadalipi@gmail.com. Then Sharada Lipi, just they have given the mail ID. So I have written it down. The spelling is correct. Please note it down. It is kept on the screen for your writing. Please note it down. So first ID is, again I repeat, Sanskrit from home at vyomalabs.in. Then core Sharada team's IDs, Rakesh Kavalji's ID, and then sharadalipi@gmail.com. Then Dhanyavadaha, Namo Namaha. You all have been very patiently coming every week. Saturdays are usually weekends, and you want time off from your regular activities. Still, you are devoting the time for Vyoma's classes, and you have been very keen in learning, keen in sending your assessments. You are very sincerely, you have attempted all the assignments, and congratulations to all of them. It's not about assessment, please. And one more thing about assessment is, please don't take the assessment very seriously and marks very seriously. This enjoyment of learning a new script which connects us with our ancient culture, our ancient heritage, is the most important thing. Okay, so please think that this is the wonderful thing I have got, not the marks. Marks, of course, I wish you all the best. Everyone, each of you will excel in that. And one more thing is 60% crossing only marks the passing in Vyoma. So we usually give certificates, the pass certificates to above 60% only. So we will take care that you will get, I request Rakesh and Veronica ji to be liberal in this, and all the students can see that they get good marks. Thank you so much, Rakesh ji. Thank you so much, Veronica ji and Nidhi ji.
Thank you, thank you to all students.
Thank you, everyone.
And yes, we will be conducting many Vyoma classes in future. We are planning to do one in November also. So we need all your support. Yeah, thank you.
Sure, Rakesh ji. I have heard about it from Soumya Bhagini and Vishwanath ji. So we will we will look forward for more classes and more sessions of this kind. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Namaskar.
Thank you, everybody. Namaskar.